Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I wanted to come to you today with my good friend Claudia, and I just wanted to kind of introduce her to all of you because this is an amazing woman that I have been fortunate to be connected with, and I just love what she's doing, and I just want you all to meet her. And I just want to kind of, let her tell you a little bit about her and what she's doing, and then, we can go from there. So, hi, Claudia.
Hi.
So it's Claudia Glenn. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about a little bit about your journey, how you got to where you are now, and then we can go from there.
Okay. Um, I I was a physical therapist for many years and really enjoyed that. But I started losing my hearing when I was in my mid 40s. I now have no hearing in my right ear, and I have about a 80 to 90 decibel loss in my left ear.
Wow.
And um, then I became sick, and it was difficult for me to work with patients. And so I needed to leave the career of physical therapy. And it took me about a year and a half to recover, to kind of get out of bed and to think, well, maybe I should think about doing something else. And a friend of mine from high school approached me and asked me about getting into a network marketing business, actually having to do with energy. And
Nice.
I joined that and got into some coaching and in a group called Rank Makers, and that's how I met Tina.
Nice.
It's
I
been
love it.
great working with Tina. She's been just an amazing coach and helping me so much. And then we met through Tina. I met another coach, Robert Hollis, and then just recently we've been working with another company. So it's all been kind of coming together, and I
Yeah, yeah.
reaching out to the late deafened and deaf and hard of hearing community to work with them, because a lot of them are interested in working from home. I can't drive, and so working from home is really one of the only ways I can work, and working on the internet
Right.
has worked for me.
Yeah.
So um, that's my story for right now.
That's nice. I mean, it's not nice that you got sick and all of that, but it's really nice that you can actually really feel like you can do something and make a difference. Because I know it's really, really difficult when you're going along every day and you have this really good job, and I know you probably had to study really, really hard to become a physical therapist, because that's not easy work. And then just one day it's like gone. It's like, well, what am I going to do with myself now? And I know that a lot of people, if something like that happens to them and they get sick all of a sudden and their life changes, you can either have one of two ways of looking at it. People can be positive about what's going on with them, or some people can really get into a negative space and, just kind of be like not wanting to do anything anymore. But you are not like that. You are the first set of people, right? You have such positivity about what is going on with you, and you actually use that to your advantage. And that's what I love about you. When I first met you in Rank Makers a year ago, it's going to be the 1 year anniversary in July, right? And when I first connected with you, I felt that instant, like, oh, I gotta become friends with her, right? Because you were just so amazing. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm on this journey with Robert and Melody, And I'm like just watching you, and you're just coming out with everything we were doing. You were following us. You would like do something that even though you weren't in Robert's group yet. And I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, she's going to get in Robert's group. Like, this is awesome, you know, because you were just taking it and running with it. You didn't have any idea why we were doing what we were doing, but you were doing it. And I was like, this is awesome. That's why I'm so glad that we're on this journey together, because you're so amazing. So how is it, like, I know it's really tough when something like that happens and you become sick. So how did you really like keep yourself into that positive mindset and, you know, to use that and to your advantage and be able to do what you want to do now?
Well, I have a really good doctor because I was in a wheelchair for about 10 years, and I still use a wheelchair for long distances. But I think I use my knowledge as a physical therapist to help me move ahead and use a walker. So I use a walker and I can walk about maybe 2 blocks with the walker and take the dog for a walk when it's not too hot out or too cold or too snowy, when it's just right. So, that makes me feel better. And my doctor has helped me with, I take a lot of medication, but he's helped me with that to not have quite so many headaches.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel better and not so down. And then learning the morning rituals that Robert has gone over is really good.
Yeah.
And I guess I found the positivity in my faith when I was losing my hearing. That was kind of a tough situation. And so I brought that into the being sick and worked on that as well. And this I can lip read you, and I have a little bit of hearing left so that we can communicate on this Zoom. And so it worked out that way. And you're so positive, and I find you to be an amazing friend. And it's wonderful to make friends on on Facebook and through the Zoom. It's just great.
It's awesome. I love it. And I love that we get to be on this journey together. It's really mind blowing at how many connections we can make from people all over the world, right? And we don't have to go anywhere. We don't even have to leave our house. And we get to meet all these awesome people, and just being in those communities and around that positivity all the time really, really does help. Really help. And I think another thing that probably helps you is being able to help others,
Right.
because we have those similar qualities as well. And, you know, I don't know if you want to tell everybody what you're doing more recently with your group that you just made, because that is going to help so many people.
Well, thanks. I would like to talk about that. I recently, really just this past week, started a new group on Facebook, and it's for the deaf and hard of hearing who would like to work from home. And there's a great deal of unemployment or lower employment in the deaf and hard of hearing community. And working from home is one option. And I think that I can help people working from home. And using the internet is one way that they can do it. I've made started out making some videos of a book that's great. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. And I made some videos in sign. Now, my signing is not the best. I looked at the first one I did, and I'm slow as molasses.
No, it's just right. It's just Right.
Some of my later ones, I've speeded up a little bit, and
Well, you're way ahead of me. So I watch your videos in sign language and I'm like, I really wish I understood what she was saying, but this is awesome. And I watch the whole thing because it's just so awesome that you can do that. You're gonna be proud. That's amazing.
there's a whole variety, and there's a lot of variety in the deaf and hard of hearing community as far as the way people communicate. And so, what I'm going to do is write the text of the signed video. So people that don't, not everybody understands sign language in the deaf and hard of hearing community,
Yeah.
because some of them read lips, or some are more visually, um, they're attuned more visually, and so they would rather read text. And so I'm going to try that too, and then try to figure out how to caption some of my videos, and just try to make them as accessible as I can. And the idea is to provide encouragement and also skills
Yeah.
that can help people have their own business.
That's awesome. That is so, you are just so amazing. I can't even tell you. Yeah, you're gonna help so many people. Yeah.
Thank you.
So
This is
that's
exciting to me.
yeah, it does. When you get to help people, it just makes you feel so much better because you know you're making a difference for somebody, you know?
Mhm.
So anything, what else are you working on right now? Do you have your course, your Science to Getting Rich course that you made, right?
Yes, I did that, and that was more hearing, going more in depth into the science of getting rich.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that, and I still have that. And that is the science of getting rich, and just talking about it in more depth, going chapter by chapter, and going through each chapter and what I got out of it, and talking about it. It's a pretty interesting book, and I give away the book to anyone who is interested. You can get it on PDF form, and anybody in. I have two different groups. One of the groups, the name is Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Expand Your Horizons.
Nice.
And the other group is Take Charge of Your Life with Claudia Glenn. And I give away the book in both of the different groups.
That's so awesome. Yeah. So if you're watching this and you want a copy of this free book from Claudia, just put a comment and she will send that right over to you. She'll instruct you on how to get that. It's free to you. It's a PDF download. It's an amazing book. If you start like looking at successful people, you're going to find that they use the principles that are in this book. It's really just life changing. The principles that are in this book are going to change your life for sure. I know as soon as you read it. And it's not rich in the sense of just money wise, it's rich in all areas of your life. It's
Right.
mindset, it's, you know, relationships, just everything, everything. So that's awesome. We'll put a link to the groups, and if anybody wants to get into, you know, her group and get the videos, then we welcome you to do that. And anything else you want to share with us?
Well, I just have a great supportive family, so I'm lucky about that. I have a hearing service dog, also helps me with mobility, and so he's great. I have a very supportive husband, so um, I have been popping up in some of the different deaf and hard of hearing Facebook groups, and I look forward to getting to know more of the people on Facebook in the deaf and hard of hearing community.
Yeah.
I'm already uh, meeting people in the groups The Secret, because the group The Secret, or the book The Secret, is actually based on the science of getting rich.
Yeah.
And so if you're familiar with that at all, then the science of getting rich would be really interesting to you.
Yeah, definitely. And you talked about you're in another company now. So we get to be on this awesome journey with Robert Hollis, right? And I personally have been following Robert and Melody for just about a year now. Same thing like when I met Claudia and all of that. And at that point, Robert was in retirement and he spent a lot of time training people, teaching people, coaching them how to do the network marketing business, how to get your mindset right. He's got a bunch of courses that are really, really fantastic. And by learning all of this stuff, it was really, really good to learn the material and the concepts and all of that of what he was giving us. But when he ever announced that he was coming out of retirement to help his wife, Terry, because Terry wanted to be able to help the animals in the sanctuaries, when he ever announced that he was coming out of retirement, I think a lot of people got really, really excited because I think a lot of people were praying for that because now we are so fortunate that we've been with him for all this time. We're so fortunate now that we get to do this with him, right? We
Yes.
can see it in action and he's showing us every step of the way. And you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to struggle. It's so amazing. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and that journey?
Right. He calls it following experts from afar. And
Yes.
so really, you don't have to feel like, well, who's Claudia Glenn? Why should I be following her? But think about the man. You can look up his name, Robert Hollis, and he's a multimillionaire, and you can look up his name on Google. And I've gotten a lot of my information, all my information from him.
Yeah.
So when you're learning from me, you're really learning from him. I'm just helping to put it down in a different language for the deaf and hard of hearing community, or for my other group too. Just helping to spread the word to anyone who wants to hear it, and helping people to have their own business.
Yeah.
So,
And the other thing is he's the best-selling author of How Is That Working? I think you did a book series on this one too, right?
right.
You did a video series on this. So that's his book, and Claudia can get you a copy of this too as well. So just let us know, put a comment, or you can reach out to her and connect with her on Facebook. So yeah, that's
I'm happy to get that book for you.
yeah, that's a good book. This is basically his rags to riches story and how he, went from having nothing and basically losing everything to actually he has created 54 millionaires. And he's over 30 years in network marketing now. So really good. Get that. Get that from Claudia. She can help you for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and if you want to check out what Claudia was saying, documentationbeatsconversation.com. That's where you can find good information about Robert if you want to check that out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're so fortunate to be on this journey and, just meeting all these great people and learning what we need to know. This stuff's not taught in schools.
Right. Right. It should be.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not.
So, and it's just been great to be able to follow Robert and get his ideas, and he's learning how giving is important to people, and just taking the ball from there, learning about then we give to other people too.
Right.
That's important too. I enjoy that.
Yeah, it's about giving. You have to be constantly giving people what they need, and that's what we do. That's what we're all about. So it's awesome. I am so proud of you, Claudia. I
That's
really am. I mean, you're always so open to learn new things and just to be coachable and teachable. Like, there's not many people out there that that are like that. And that is a really good trait to have because you are going to go far. You're going to go really far.
well, I appreciate you, Tina. You've been a great coach to me.
Thank you.
Really helped me a
No,
great.
I'm glad. I'm glad that we can be on this journey together. It's just it makes my heart full and complete being on this journey with you and so many other people. It's just awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So anything else that you want to leave for the audience right now or
I think that's about it for right now.
good,
I
good.
appreciate you having the interview. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being on here. And I really just I want to get this out there because, if you guys are feeling stuck, if you are struggling, if you need work on your mindset, anything, just reach out to Claudia. If she can't help you herself, which I know she can, but if there is some specific thing that she doesn't really have the expertise in, she can point you in the right direction. So just reach out to Claudia. We're going to drop her links around this video, and that's it. We hope to see you soon, and have a good night, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank
Have
you.
a good week.
Love
Thank you
you.
so much.
Bye bye.
Love you. Appreciate you.
Bye bye.